How to get into Princeton if you're George Washington. John, today we have a small map, but an important one. Tell me about this.
This is part of our American Revolutionary War map collection. And most of the time when you deal with military maps, you're dealing with maps that are created after a battle as part of a report, even in those days. This, however, is a map that was prepared for the Battle of Princeton of January 3rd, 1777. And it is a spy's map. This map was prepared by a young man. He had his information. He was from Princeton. He gave it to General Cadwalader, who gave it to George Washington.
I just want to slow you down here. When you say that, you mean this actual piece of paper. This is not a reproduction. This
That's
actual
right.
thing right here was in George Washington's hands and allowed him to plan for the battle.
Right. And this intricate little map by probably a person who was not a map maker
Yeah.
provides all the information the military needed. It says, as you come from Trenton, there's a little road that runs in the back of Princeton and no one is guarding it. So guess where you're going.
Now, I'm no general, but I'm going to guess
Hello.
that that's a problem militarily if no one is guarding an approach to where you're encamped. It's just amazing, you know, from the perspective of our day and age with our perfect satellite imagery and so on, that this is what George Washington based his plan on. This thing, this sketched out little piece of paper that a kid brought him.
It was an inaccurate map, but highly valuable for the success of that campaign.
And it's just a remarkable thing that we're standing here 230 years later with the piece of paper. And I must say, it's looking awfully good for its age. It's actually got some helpful little notes written in by the amateur map maker.
Well, and I'm going to try to read it. This road leads to the back part of Princetown. I can picture this road, by the way. There's Princeton has a rowing club, and they keep their pond out here. So this road still exists in the back of town.
So anyone who wanted to attack the Princeton rowing team
They-
would do well to have this map. In addition to the roads, he put in a lot of little features. He's got little houses. They sort of look like Monopoly houses to me.
Here he has cannons set up by the British.
And if I understand it correctly, it's cannons that indicate which way they're facing. Is that right?
That would
'Cause
be
they're firing this way.
Exactly.
These little cannons are firing this way.
Firing the other way, right?
And Washington was himself a surveyor. Is that right?
Absolutely.
So he must have looked at this with a professional eye.
Yes, he had been a surveyor for over 20 years by the time he sees this map. He knows what's good and what's not good.
I was just thinking, I don't think any of my sketches are going to be in a museum 240 years from now.
You never know.
Let's not rule it out.
Well, no, I haven't seen your sketches, so that's... I'm John Hebert, Chief of the Geography and Map Division, Library of Congress.